One of the toughest decisions owners are facing right now is this. You bought or refinanced in the early 2020s and you got an incredible mortgage rate. But now life is forcing a move. Maybe it's a job change. Maybe your family needs more space. Maybe you're relocating. Maybe the property just no longer fits your life. The question becomes, do I sell the house or do I keep it because that mortgage is just too good to give up? The first thing I would say is this. That low mortgage rate is an asset, but don't let it become a trap. A great rate is valuable. It affects your monthly payment, it affects your flexibility, and in some cases, it can make a property much easier to hold as a rental. But a low rate alone is not a complete investment strategy. So if you have to move, I think there are really 3 buckets to think through. The first is, can this property work as a rental? That means you need to stop guessing and actually run the numbers. What can it realistically rent for? Not best case, not what you hope. What would the market actually support? Then compare that to your full monthly cost. Not just principal and interest, include taxes, insurance, maintenance, vacancy, and reserves. And if you're going to hire management, include that too. If the property rents well, carries responsibly, and the condition is manageable, then keeping that early 2020s mortgage may be a real advantage. The second bucket is operational reality. A property can look good on paper and still be a bad fit for your life. Are you moving 20 minutes away or 5 states away? Are you actually prepared to coordinate maintenance, leasing, screening, turnovers, and tenant communication from a distance? Do you want another job or do you want a property? That's a huge difference. Some owners absolutely should keep the house. Some owners absolutely should sell. And some owners should keep it only if they put the right systems around it. The third bucket is emotional honesty. A lot of owners tell themselves they're investors when really they're just scared to let go of a low rate. A lot of owners tell themselves they have to sell when really the property may be the best long-term asset they own. So the better question isn't, how do I avoid giving up this rate? The better question is, given my move, my goals, the property, and the numbers, what gives me the best outcome over the next few years? Sometimes that means keeping it and turning it into a rental. Sometimes it means selling, taking the equity and moving on cleanly. Sometimes it means keeping it for a period of time, then reassessing later. The mistake is making the whole decision based on one variable. A great mortgage rate matters, but rent potential matters too. Condition matters, distance matters, your tolerance for headaches matter, your cash reserves matter. So if you're in that position, my advice is simple. Do not make an emotional decision based only on the rate. Treat the property like a real asset. Look at the numbers, look at the workload, look at the risk. Then decide whether you're holding a home or building a rental. And if you own a property in North Jersey and you're trying to figure out whether it makes more sense to keep it or sell it, start with the rent analysis first. That usually makes the next decision a lot clearer.